Hello friends, hello. Welcome to my astrology channel. I am Ozan Kurtbey. Welcome to the weekly tarot readings. Brother, indeed, welcome to the weekly tarot readings. Yesterday, we examined the astrology analyses for the upcoming week together. Today, we will conduct the same analysis in the language of tarot. Let's see what the upcoming week will bring us in terms of both our commercial life and emotional connections. How we will flow, it will tell us what we need to pay attention to. We will examine this all together now. We have the tarot cards in our hands. Let's see now, as the sun moves into Taurus in the upcoming week. As the sun moves into Taurus, the moon will conjunct with Leo at the end of the week. At the moment it enters this plane tree, what kind of flow awaits the signs? Because the interpretations I make, what kind of flow is happening, and what you need to pay attention to in this flow. It's not like this. It's not straightforward. Like this will happen, that will happen, this will happen. Because many people want it in a straightforward and logical way. Everything. Not so. The universe does not flow in a straight line. There's no such thing. The universe never flows straight. The universe has a variable flow structure. Within it, you will find your own straight path. Brother, you will adapt your own straight path according to that flow. Let's see now the sun sign and rising sign. What awaits our friends with Aries in the coming week? Let's see. Aries career life 1, Aries career life 2, and Aries career life 3. Emotional life, Aries emotional life 1, emotional life 2, and emotional life 3. Let's see in terms of business, weather, school. In terms of economy, what awaits Aries in the coming week? The number 1 card says, Dear Aries, at the very beginning of the coming week, the Prince of Cups is in question. This also means for you, opportunities that you might like at the very start of the week. In the new moon of this sign, it means that it can come before you, just like in the new moon of the sign. For this, you need to look at the flow carefully. You need to look carefully so that you can seize this opportunity that pleases you, the Prince of Cups. Because there will also be a Moon-Uranus conjunction. Because Uranus is also in Taurus, this means that a sudden opportunity may arise and you can take advantage of it. Exactly. Be careful. After that, the moon will move into Gemini and expand and enrich the event with the planet Jupiter. And at that moment, it might ask you for an investment. Now you found the opportunity, and of course you took advantage of it. Taking advantage of it, seeing it is up to you. You got this opportunity, you will take advantage of it. But it says now, there's also the Taurus influence involved. This means you might become a bit stingy. I don't know what the sun brush is anymore. However, the 4s of the Filsons say, if you want to obtain something, you'll put your hand in your pocket and invest there. Because this opportunity is with the Moon-Jupiter conjunction, along with the investment. The more you invest there, the more it expands there. The more investment you put, the more it expands there. Because the sun means Taurus investments. Exactly. It revolves around investments. Flow. Let's see. At the end of the week, the Moon-Mars conjunction. The Moon-Mars conjunction now, the sun is in Taurus, and with the Moon-Mars, the sun's influence triggers the Moon-Mars conjunction. And this means it can rise to a higher level, the 9 of Wands. If you want to elevate your comfort zone, at the same time the sun, Taurus, represents the Scorpio-Taurus axis, soul and ancestors and heritage matters. They might also come to the forefront. Seize the opportunity. I say put your hand in your pocket, because what you put in What you put in will come back to you. Sorry, what you put in will come back to you. And it will allow you to elevate your comfort zone with the Nine of Pentacles. I am uncomfortable from the sound of the engine. Something will happen. You will be able to elevate your comfort zone next week if you evaluate the opportunities well, Mr. Coach. When we look at our emotional life at the very beginning of the week, the moon is in Taurus. Taurus is fixed. And it says to maintain your own line and value area. If you want to reach victory in your emotional attachments, connected. From your connection as well. Maintain your own area and draw a straight line there. My area, my freedom area, my vital, worthless area. After this line, people can come up to this line. If you want a victory, you have to do this, dear Aries rising. When we find ourselves in the middle of the challenges, the people in front of you may want to forcibly break down your area. Why? Because the sun, Taurus, it is also valid for them. They may want to use you to expand their own freedom and value areas. You might need to struggle there. You need to be careful there next week. Dear rising sign, if you're not careful, you'll give away your own value. Exactly. You will absolutely give away your own value. Then you may not achieve the victory you desire. But what does the Moon-Mars conjunction say? There will be resistance. Next week, there will be resistance in the emotional relationships of Aries rising signs. My value is your value. My value is your value. This is my value. A resistance. If you can break that resistance, only if you can break that resistance can you maintain balance. Then victory becomes inevitable. But if you can't break it, you start giving away your own value. At this time, you start living off your savings. You start giving away from yourself. You start making compromises. This is also not acceptable. Oh, hold on. It's worth mentioning this for those with Aries rising signs. Now, let's move on to the Taurus signs for the time being. Let's see. Friends with Taurus as their sun sign and rising sign. What awaits you in the coming week? Taurus career life 1, career life 2, and career life 3. Taurus emotional life 1, emotional life 2, and emotional life 3. What does it say? In your career, dear Taurus, at the very beginning of the coming week, the moon will be in the first house, according to your rising sign. Your living space is in question. There might be conflicts of ideas there. If Kalishdarolu hears it, that's what he says. What I know is right, what I know is right beats your correctness. Exactly. This mode. You're right is what I know. Now, the people in front of you in your commercial life are a bit less. If they are stepping back, you also need to step back to ensure equality and to reach a compromise. If you stand firm, you will miss opportunities this time. You can't reach a compromise. If you can't reach a compromise, you'll miss the essence of the matter. You'll miss your trade. At the beginning of next week, if you want to be comfortable, by the middle of the week, during the Moon-Jupiter conjunction, you need to act conciliatory at the beginning of the week. If they truly aren't coming to a compromise, at least don't lose your existing comfort. Don't lose your comfort. Let them flow away. Because they aren't doing it. If they think they aren't doing it, they know best. But if they are doing it, you'll find comfort in your comfort. You'll be more at ease. Mayday, Mayday, during the Moon-Jupiter conjunction. At the end of the week, the moon, the Mars conjunction says, they have arrived. You set the path, the discussion took place. My truth has overcome your truth in your commercial life. You looked at the middle of the week, things are going as you want. There is no one beside you. Then you go up to them and say, my truth has defeated your truth, as you have seen. Mine turned out to be right. Then this is my moment. This is my point. You can also call this unity. It depends on how much you agree or disagree. Dear rising straight, you will balance it now. When we come to the emotional life, in the emotional life, beginnings are in question. These beginnings can be processed. It is necessary to process and grasp them. Here, conflicts of ideas are important. You will process accordingly anyway. You will process accordingly. During the new moon in Taurus, when the sun is in Taurus, you will open up and expand the event from your perspective in the middle of the week. While the moon is in conjunction with Jupiter, you take out the black book. What is it? What is it not? What did I give? Will there be a return for this? This is the main question. Will there be a return for this? Because processing too much and polishing too much can eventually cause the person in front of you to find you strange. Because you have processed so much, focused so much, that the frequency inevitably rises. When it rises, they say, oh, what happened? They think, oh, well, they are doing it anyway. They say, I won't bother with them. At this point, they enter your black book. Hello? What's up? What's going on? I understand. I was the one who brought you to that point. Relax. If necessary, you may need to return to the path you believe in. You may need to turn around and leave. Exactly. You may need to go on. You need to be able to do this without focusing too much anymore. Now, these rising bulls have a certain handicap. You might think, let me go. I put in all this effort for nothing. Okay, you didn't do it for nothing, but it's you who ends up affected if you go further. But I'm very used to it. Then, in its absence, you accept living within your relationship as if it were there. You say yes to this. If it exists, then continue. If not, you'll follow the path you believe in. That's why I'm saying this, my friend. Exactly. Is this it? Yes, it is. Oh my, there's something called shame. Now let's move on to Mr. Gemini. What is your situation, Mr. Gemini? In the name of the shadows, great. Click. Yes, Gemini Career Life 1. Career Life 2, Career Life 3. Gemini Emotional Life 1, Emotional Life 2, and Emotional Life 3. Let's see. What awaits Gemini signs, Ascendant Gemini signs in the coming week? In your commercial life, Mr. Gemini, you will enter a very lucky phase at the beginning of the week. The flow is quite advantageous for you because the Sun card is here. It says you will enter from a high frequency, not from a low frequency. You are entering from the top right away. So even what seems impossible might happen. It will be in a situation, and there will be a quality flow. Weekly, by the middle of the week, when the moon is in conjunction with Jupiter, you will need to take risks if you want more, because Jupiter will open up those possibilities for you. Because it's in your first house. The moon and Jupiter conjunction is there, and it means your ascendant is in the first house of Gemini. You went exploring, you saw some things. Do you want them? I do. Then you will take risks. The flow is already high. Take advantage of this high flow. You don't have to climb up from the bottom like others. You're already up there. The flow is above. Exactly. Yes, that you need to evaluate it well, dear Gemini. Because by the end of the week, you'll become ambitious. Month. Yes. The Mars conjunction will be in your second house. And here it is. Now, did you start from the 12th house at the beginning of the week? No, because it's in your 12th house, in Taurus. Attention. By the end of the week, unfinished events from behind may come. They might want to put a muzzle on God. You might get excited. You'll get hyped up. Because you'll get hyped up on Mars. Mars conjunction. Because in God's sign, there's also an Auréole. You won't see those behind, because the rising science watches. This time we attacked right on your step while on the road. What happened? I'm going. At the beginning of the week, there was the 12th house. It follows you. It takes you away, because I knew the 12th house. Who is the owner in the East? Pisces. Its direct movement is like this. Why did it do this, right? It's in its nature. Attention. Let's look at your emotional life. In your emotional life, what happened? Caught between a rock and a hard place. What? In between. You can also stay with Perdar. We are leaving the 12th house. 3 of swords. You try to act logically. And you might become a priest. Be careful. You might become a priest in your emotional life. And then you say, that's mine, thinking my nation will resist. And you try to take ownership. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Mine, I mean. What is mine is mine. Okay, what's yours is yours, but be a little careful. Be careful, my friend. Be a little careful. Don't be too suffocating, nor show signs of arrogance, nor leave it too exposed. If you leave it exposed, the universe will fill the void. It will fill your void. Why did that void get filled? Ask yourself that. Don't immediately blame the other person. Why did your void get filled? Because Saturn likes to fill voids. If you neglect that space, Saturn will fill it in an instant. And you'll say, oh, that was mine. Then you should have invested time and effort if you had developed it gradually. Mayday, mayday. If you attack later, what will you do about the Saturn in between? That will become a breaking point then. Then, if you want to be comfortable in your emotional life by the end of next week, pay attention at the beginning of the week. In the name of the power of shadows. Then don't ask Saturn why it filled your void. It will ask, where were you? Look at yourself. Look at the mirror. First, look in the mirror and ask, what am I doing? Like this. Hey. There's such a thing as shame. You won't do it. Let's move on now. The cardinal sign of water counted. Cancers. What is it? What is it? Not. We will look. We will look. We will look. Known. Cancer zodiac. Career life. 1 Cancer zodiac. Career life 2 and Cancer zodiac. Career life 3. Cancer zodiac emotional life 1. Emotional life 2. Emotional life 3. What is it? What is it not? Dear Cancers. Dear Cancers. At the very beginning of the week, the monitored trio says that by getting support, you have experienced this before. In other words, you will start to have the opportunity to foresee more comfortably by getting support all of a sudden in your commercial life. Land is in sight for the coming week. After jumping over this Boeing at the beginning of the week, did you see that square? Moon, bro? You saw it. So, if you saw it, why aren't you starting? The universe asks this afterwards. Did you see it, bro? You saw it. Why isn't that Cancer starting? Why does it look like it's progressing so slowly? We stuck a stick receiver there. Exactly. Puta. But you need to stick it right there immediately. There's no such thing as shame. There isn't. There isn't. If you saw it, you will make the shot. There's no doubt. Because you saw it, you're sure it's there now. You will apply it to that gap. You will go and plant Saturn on that land. You will plant it there. Saturn. Because at the end of the week, after leaving the conjunction with Jupiter, it will enter the conjunction with Mars and say, then bring on the excitement. Now take it and transform it. But I won't listen to this. You saw it. You saw it. Did you jump? I wasn't sure. The train passed. The train passed. You will jump, my brother. The train passed. Did you jump? Did you see? You saw. Did you jump? You jumped. Then you deserve this. Now you have the authority to transform because you planted Saturn there. Ah, touch. Dear Crabs, next week, Pajari is in our lives. In our emotional life, though. There are some news you will receive. Shibik, 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 that you will play. Oh, just the way I like it. Oh, all right, mali naman. At the beginning of the week, with the eve of a celebration, what's happening? This is the news you've been waiting for. As a result of this news you've been waiting for, there might be some changes. I was already waiting to see if he would come back to me. But is she in trouble? Did you hear the news about her being in trouble? I did. Of the celebrities. An example called zape, you would die next week. Regarding this, you are entering a week where the burdens of your work might melt away. Dear Cancer, where is the event heading by the end of the week? We call that rebound. An opportunity to rebound in your emotional life. You don't hit like that, you hit like this. In the name of the great shadows. You caused me this trouble, didn't you? I won't say let the lion do as he knows with you. I will do it directly. I am the means of the lion. Exactly. Sticky guy. Exactly. That's the vow. You can enjoy it from Dear Cancer next week. Is this it? This is it. Now, let's move on to the Leo signs. Sun sign and rising sign Leo. Let's see what awaits you next week. Leo career life 1. Leo career life 2. And Leo career life 3. Leo emotional life 1. Emotional life 2. And emotional life 3. What is it? What is it? Not. The number 1 card says you should be open to surprises next week in your commercial life. Shake off this mindset. Oh, I'm so fed up. I've had enough. Shake off this mindset and set aside your prejudices to be open to surprises. Oh, don't stop. Be open to surprises. Because the 400 of Cups says there might be sudden surprising developments. These might be annoying. But from this annoyance, take a look. Is it stemming from your prejudices? Mayday, mayday. Does this match with that? There is such a thing as shame. Exactly. When you reach the middle of the week, did you see there was a prejudice there? There is a world card there. Made by Jupiter. Made by Jupiter. Oh, made by Jupiter. There is a world card. You are heading towards a turning point to change your world because the creator comes at night. The Saturn situation. You entered a turning point with a snap sound, very prejudiced. You entered thinking, oh, I'm ruined. You entered with prejudice. Snap. What happened? My soul is satisfied, man. My soul is satisfied. Son, my soul is satisfied. With this satisfaction, if there is this soul satisfaction, there is a new area there. You will enter that new area, Mr. Leo. You will break it there. Your own prejudice. There is nothing to do there. Well, at the end of the week, the moon will move into Leo by the power of the shadows. If this card is directed by Saturn, it means there is a change, and it means there is a solid change. You will change your whole world. You will enter a new world. But to enter that world, first you need to cut your ties with the existing world, the death god. A profound, concrete transformation, dear Leos. Next week, there is that prejudice news that bothers you. Either he is doing all of this. You. Next week, dear Leos, everything is collapsing. So, what about your emotional life? We will look at your emotional life. Now, there might be some scratches in your emotional life. Not a scratching, anger effect, but scratching. I am scratching. Scratching. Look, man, the moon is fresh in Taurus. The moon has moved to Jupiter. In that scratching, there is a resistance. If you can break that resistance, if you can break your prejudice about scratching, the whole world will start to change. You will move towards a spiritual fulfillment. If you can break it, this means if you can break yourself. Because above, there is the 4 of Cups. You are resisting. No one else is resisting. Don't resist, because when you relax, flexibility is needed. Because with Leo rising, you are fixed. Flexibility is needed. That flexibility will move towards innovation with the Knight of Pentacles. You will relax and move towards innovation. Because there is no way out here. You resisted here, there is no way out here. You will relax. You will move forward. Because the exit here is the arrow. There is no exit there. If you take it all, there is an exit. Hop, you will move forward. And there will be a profound transformation there. There is nothing to be done. You need to overcome this by next week. If you surpass it, it will be a scandal, Mr. Aslan. Magnificent. Its taste is unmatched. Let's move on to the current Virgo signs. Let's see what awaits our friends with Virgo sun and rising signs next week. It appeared yesterday. It appeared. Let's nudge the period. Wrap it up. Virgo signs life in transition 1. Virgo signs life in transition 2. And Virgo signs life in transition 3. Virgo signs emotional life 1. Virgo sign, oh dear, emotional life 2 and emotional life 3. Let's see in their commercial life, dear Virgos. What's happening next week? You will set a new direction next week. Exactly. In the grand circle of life, you are heading towards a new flow, a new direction, dear Virgo. Are you ready? You will determine that direction. Will you be able to step there? So, is he going to eat matcha? Meaning, will you dare? Finally, look, a Taurus will hit the mark again this week. Not that either. The sun is in Taurus. Well, the Moon-Jupiter conjunction is this card, Moon-Jupiter conjunction. Do you want absolute victory? My friend, do you? Do you want absolute victory? You do. Then draw the line. The line is this. Then you will go there. You will find the right day to go, brother. It's the gathering of the nomads, you know? In the name of the Father and the Son and the beloved Sandros. Exactly. He says it's like Final Destination. Final Destination. Moon-Mars conjunction. The Moon-Mars conjunction says, gradually, step by step. It's coming subtly, look. It's coming subtly. It bubbled up. Then day. Knight of Cups. They will stop you on the road anyway. Will you do it? What should I do? For the love of Aslan, look, I named it Aslan. For the love of God, for the love of Aslan. These opportunities will come. Don't be smart, Mr. Bashak. Next week. What does your emotional life say then? Let's turn to someone by my own skin. If you focus fully on the target, if you go for it, there will be no problem. Because in the middle of the week, you are moving towards finding balance. In your own emotional world, you are going towards finding balance. If you go towards finding balance, victory is inevitable anyway. But for that, you first need to find that balance. You need to find that balance both in your inner world and in the person in front of you. Once you find that balance, disperse. Let's see what the last card will say now. Rir. The Ten of Pentacles can't come out as a negative card initially. There is no other possibility. Exactly. The Ten of Pentacles indicates dual, triple meetings. Hello. Exactly. And they come as if they are well established. Are you serious? They are serious? Come. They are going to you alone. They are going to you one by one. They are going to you alone. Reviews the evaluation. Okay? We will review it as a company. Sir, of what? Our relationship. Our relationship, exactly. As a company. We will get back to you. Exactly. My friend, that's all from me for now. See you in the next videos. Narrative lesson. Thanks.